Good morning, child welfare. It is Monday, July 20th. I hope everybody had a good weekend and is finding ways to beat the heat. Well, we finally made it to this week. It is our CFSR, Children Family Services Review Federal Audit Week. It is going to get started at 8 o'clock this morning in 1060. We are welcoming about 27 members of the federal and state government to review 16 cases, 10 out-of-home cases, and 6 in-home cases throughout the week. So you could definitely feel, certainly on the first floor, some hustle and bustle as we are going to be welcoming families and other key stakeholders into the building for face-to-face interviews with our federal and state partners, along with some of your colleagues that are going to be interviewed that carried those cases, along with supervisors and any other parties that the federal and state government feel are as important to do this. And once again, this is not a Mesa County review, but we are part of an overall state review that is going to set priorities that the state government has got to report to the federal government over the next 5 years. So your executive team has been working tirelessly for the last 5 or 6 months to get interviews set up and to get the logistics of a very, very large review. Although only 16 cases, lots going into this to make sure that our system is going to be reflected as it needs to, along with the barriers that need to come forward so that we can get support in improving some of these systemic barriers that we know exist for the children, youth, and families that we serve. So that gets started today. Our entrance interview is at 8:30. Myself and Joni and your managers are definitely going to be occupied most of the week in doing this. And so if you are reaching out to one of us, we will do our best to get back to you timely, but certainly lean into your supervisor group as much as you can this week, so that most of our time is going to be spent downstairs with our federal and state partners. Last thing for this morning, folks, is we continue to work on this issue of family time. I know with the change of magistrate, there's been a little bit of a change on some interpretation, and just asking for some patience and grace as we get this figured out with our county attorneys. And Joni has been working really hard with a stakeholder group and with an internal group. We're just really trying to get this right and trying to get this to where the new magistrate, we try to align with how her interpretation of the family time bill is. So just asking for some patience and grace. I believe we're close to getting this figured out, and hopefully will be another great process for us to lean into and make sure that family time is meeting the intent of the bill. All right, folks, I think that's going to be it for me. I hope everybody has a great day. Let's hope this week goes extremely well with the CFSR. Please continue to bring those wonderful questions, comments, and concerns to your supervisor, manager, and myself, and we'll see you around the corner. Bye-bye.